Hey guys, what's up? This is Tim from LiveSciFi.tv and welcome to Live Sci-Fi. I want to thank everybody tonight for tuning in, and it's going to be a pretty kind of a simple show tonight. We're going to be doing Q&A tonight, and I picked actually a bunch of questions that we have on our forum, so I'm going to be answering those. And if you'd like to get any last minute questions in, you can visit our forum site, forums.livescifi.tv, and enter them there. So, yeah, just thought I'd give a shout out first to everyone watching the show. I appreciate every one of you tuning in and giving support, especially over the last show that we did. So, yeah, love you guys. Shouts to Jen Holder. Jen's been really sick from what I hear, so I hope you're doing better. Heard that you were in the hospital all week, so thanks for tuning in. It's great to see you in the chat. Bonnie Trevino, Claire, Pizza, Rob, Janine, Instant Health Man, 15 UFO, Hunter Vargas, Nick Van SPL, Kristen, Gabriella, Stephen Johnson, Carissa, Jonathan Cook, Elisa Snyder, UNAV, Ellen, Tiffany Tamayo. What's up, you guys? And Pizza Bagel 47. I could go on and on and on, but the show, we're going to kind of just keep moving along here. So, yeah, 2 weeks ago, about this time, we started to do the Monroe broadcast, and a lot of you guys are asking, like, hey, like, where are the video archives? For a bunch of reasons, I just decided to take that whole investigation down. I was not happy with the way it went. I was not happy with the way it was going, but, you know, I appreciate everybody for tuning in for it. That whole show was an absolute disaster, and I was kind of embarrassed to even do it. So with that being said, I'm terribly sorry. We're going to be doing some makeup ghost hunts, and that's not the way we operate on here. So I want to apologize to everyone that watched that show. To me, it was just a huge, huge mistake even doing it. So, oh, we got a visitor here. Hey, Patch, you want to come over here? All right, I think Patches wants to give a shout out to everyone. She's been dying to get in front of the camera. But, yeah, you know, really appreciate everyone for tuning in. And, you know, I just appreciate all the guys, all your support. Patches misses you guys too. So, yeah. You know, yeah, make sure you give us a like and subscribe and share the show. Really appreciate it when you guys do that. Arm is doing better. A lot of you guys had asked what had happened with that. I basically got attacked, and something grabbed my arm in one of the rooms there, in actually the blue room. And it was right after a Gaunsfeld session that we did, and it just got kind of an intuition, a feeling to go into this one room with the necklace that was at the location. And went into that room by myself. I thought Kristen was following me. I got into the room and heard my name. And then I asked, is Kristen there? And I didn't hear anything at first, but I could feel something by me. And it freaked me out because it was pitch black in there. And as soon as I started to turn my body, something torqued it the other way. So, yeah. So basically what we're going to be doing is in April, we're going to be doing the Hinsdale House and the Belair House. And the Hinsdale House is in New York, and unfortunately we cannot do that one live, but we're going to record the whole thing in and out, and do our best we can to bring it to you guys. I don't typically like doing that, but really it's the only way that that I can get this investigation to you guys. It's in the middle of a forest, pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and there is no internet there. I'm not even sure if my phone is going to work out there. I've heard that a lot of people, like, they don't get cell phone reception out there. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have two teams, one investigating the house and one investigating the property. And so there's going to be actually two investigations going on at once. Yeah, we're going to be doing some stuff in March. I just have not announced it. One of the things that we're going to be doing is the Zodiac case, and geez, Batch, stop. Yeah. So start rapping. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, you guys. So I hope you guys tune in to that, and then also we're gonna be doing the Bel Air House, which is in where is it? I want to say Ohio or West Virginia. It's in that tri-state area, so it should be pretty cool. Yeah, the forest by YouTube is actually supposedly haunted. So they wanted me to go out there, but unfortunately my phone only had like 5% when I was out there, so I didn't have time to charge it. So perhaps we can go out there and do a quick little thing out there one night. The audio is okay? Hey, Orange Nexus, what's up? So this is the Hensdale house here, you guys. I'm just going to give you guys some pictures of what this place looks like, this beast. This beast is, it's crazy. There's been a bunch of Indians that have died on the property due to a massacre that happened. There's an actual hanging tree in the back of the property that was used and documented. There was been an exorcism that took place on the property. So I'm thinking about spending one night alone in the house and just trying to see what I can get in that property, in that house. And I'm also going to be investigating. There's some woods on the back side of the house that are reportedly haunted. So, yeah, really curious to go check that out. And with that being said, I really want to thank all the viewers that took some amazing screen captures. I'm going to be showing them, and some of them are actually sketches that you guys did. So I'm just going to be kind of running through them, and I kind of picked out 5 of the ones that I think are the coolest. So I'm going to go through these, and these are from our last investigation at the Monroe House. The first one I'm going to show is a sketch, and this was submitted by a viewer, and this is what they saw when we were doing one of the sessions in the house. And it's pretty cool. I'm not that artistic, so anything that's I can't even draw this good, so pretty cool. So thank you. The next one, this one actually really trips me out. This was a shot that was taken in the basement, and if you look closely, the viewer had circled the anomaly. It almost looks like a woman that's like coming out of the floor, and you can see like the legs actually bending over. It's just absolutely weird. I don't know what the hell that is. If it's like a spirit that was manifesting through the floor, but this was captured live when we were at the house, and we didn't really spend that much time in the basement. One of the reasons is because nothing had really instructed us to go down there. The couple of times that we were down there, we really didn't get that much audio evidence. But this screen capture is absolutely amazing, so I really appreciate it. What's up, RooTube? Yeah, and you guys, if any of the viewers have other screen captures that I'm not showing that you think are cool, please post them on our forum site. When we do these shows, these live shows, one of the things that absolutely sucks is when people submit them on Twitter, and I can only hold so many @replies on my Twitter timeline. So I really need you guys, if you want me to see them, and if you want other people to see them, to please post them up on our forums so we can see them and talk about them. So the next one I'm going to show here actually took place when I was doing the psychomantium experiment. Now, for those that don't know what the psychomantium is, we basically built a room of mirrors, and these rooms that are constructed out of mirrors have been used since since the early days in like Greece or whatever. I mean, since probably for over 2,000 years. And people have used these to conjure and to basically communicate to spirits. We thought it'd be a good idea to try to build one of these in the Monroe House. And we successfully did. We got it going on Sunday. And one of the creepiest things that happened to me in there was when I looked over to my left, there was I could see myself being like echoed through the reflections. and probably the third, or I think it was the third reflection over, my self was moving, but I was not moving, and it absolutely creeped me out. And I think this is right around that time that that happens. And if you look closely here, kind of zoomed in on this here, you can actually see what appears to be a face in one of the reflections. And you can see like my face and my nose and all that stuff to the right of it, but you can clearly see what looks like to be a face in one of the reflections, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm just going to kind of run through the next screenshot that was captured. So this was also during the Psychomantium, when I was in the Psychomantium chamber, and this one creeps me out as well. You can see what looks like a face if I zoom in here, and yeah, big props to the people who captured these. I mean, how you guys capture these, I'm always always amazed. Do you guys like the Nightbot, by the way? I was going to ask you, because what is your feeling about Nightbot? Is Nightbot cool, or is he just a little bitch? Yeah, I thought I would ask you guys. And what I'm not going to do tonight is Bloody Mary. So I had, my grandpa has been in the hospital, for those that don't know, and he's not doing too well. So I've been kind of not really in the mood tonight to do Bloody Mary, but I promise you guys we'll do it soon. Yeah, if you guys don't like Nightbot, just let me know. You know, I don't know. I was just trying out new things, and he sucks. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted to know. So the next shot, you guys, this is kind of weird. This is a capture that was taken by another viewer, and I really like showing these because um, your guys' interaction and participation in these shows is really critical, and I think it's amazing that you guys are actually able to document evidence along with us. So I really like highlighting these evidence captures. So if you look really closely at shot 1 on the top and shot 2, the main difference between the two is if you look up top, there's like a weird like light anomaly that's kind of peering out. And there was nothing behind this door that could cause this. There was no light behind there or anything. But clearly it looks like something is manifesting at the top of this door. And I wouldn't call this an orb, because orbs are, I mean, most of them are just dust. But this actually is so bright that it's actually killing the pixels out of the camera that we used. So great job, whoever took this one. It's alright, Nick. Thank you. The next one was actually drawn by another viewer, not Kristen. This is what they saw when we were doing the Zozo, when Kristen and Liv had came in contact with Zozo on the Ouija board. So this is what he drew, what he thought he believed he saw through his mind's eye, which is kind of cool. I like the little Ouija board and a little fucking demon doing that. It's pretty cool. So this was during the 100 Candles ritual, you guys. This was a pretty cool capture. This is like right around, I think, the 50th story. And if you look closely, there seems to be like a light anomaly that's kind of coming out to where the Psychomantium is. And I can just kind of zoom in here. It's not like a regular orb or dust anomaly. This looks like it's an actual manifestation, like a spirit manifestation of some kind. So great job. Here's another one of that same time. This is probably when we're about 12 candles left. And you can see what appears to be another manifestation happening in the background. It's almost like a shadowy type of figure standing there, which is kind of creepy. And this is when Kristen was in the Psychomantium. You can see that there are some weird like anomalies that are starting to appear in the camera. I don't know how that's happening, but the camera was stationary. We were not moving the camera. It was on a tripod at this time, and it looks like there's like faces and shit like that are starting to appear in the mirrors. So, with that being said, let's take some questions here. Okay. So the first question that came through the forums, I think I took, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I took 8 questions here, okay? So if you guys want to get any in at the last second here, I'm just going to kind of show the question and then I'm going to answer it as best I can. So here we go. The first question comes from Kelly on our forums. She says, do you believe you have a spirit attachment, Zozo, or something else? Thank you, Kelly, for that question. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel that I definitely have something around me that definitely comes out when we're investigating and doing the shows. And sometimes it makes its presence known. I've been noticing lately on the past couple of shows, it seems to be getting more violent. Now, it is impossible for me to say if that's what's around me or if it's the actual location. But at the end of the day, you know, I was just having a conversation with somebody about this today. The first thing that I'm trying to do is just document that strange and unexplainable things are happening on camera and happening with our viewers when they're watching the show. Once we establish that, then we can further try to delve into what it is and stuff like that. But I think there is something to the viewers watching the show. I've told many people that as soon as we go live at a haunted location, the activity immediately starts to pick up. And you know why that is? I don't know. So, thank you, Kelly, for that question. Okay, so our next question comes from Grim V30. If you could talk to any celebrity that has passed away, who would you talk to? And what questions would you ask? Wow. That's a good question here. And I did not write down anything like about how to answer these questions, but I think if I could pick one person who I would talk to that is dead, it would probably be Nostradamus. That guy has always tripped me out, and I think it would be interesting to see if he could give any more predictions about our future and stuff like that, and maybe see how he came up with those predictions and pick his brain. Another celebrity that I would probably want to talk to who is dead would be Albert Einstein. I think that would be an interesting conversation. Okay, so next one. Have you ever had a spiritual experience? This one comes from Heather. She says, have you ever had a spiritual experience with any of your family members who passed? Now, this is kind of like a weird subject for me to talk about right now just because of what's going on with my family. But the reason why I haven't live broadcasted lately is I've been going up to see my grandfather a lot. He's been battling strokes and stuff. And the last time that I went to go see him, I tried to do an EVP session. And the reason why is because they induced a coma on him because he was having a lot of seizures. So when I did the EVP session, I got a response, and the response basically told me not to worry. And I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool when I was talking to my aunt the first time I went to the hospital last week, she had told me that before they induced my grandpa into a coma, that he was still able to speak, and one of the things that he said was that my grandma was there with him. So I thought that was pretty cool, you know. So yeah, we'll go on to the next question here. Next question here. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on here. It says, Live Sci-Fi has many dedicated international fans. If you had a chance to do some international investigations, what would be the top 3 destinations to investigate? I would want to go to the Hellfire Caves, Loftus Hall, and Poveglia, and definitely the Hoya Baciu Forest. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, those are the top actual 4 places that I would go to. Let's see here. So so there's the next question. This one's from Juan Carlos. Why do the demons seem to be so connected to you, or always aiming for you? Now, there's a famous quote that Lorraine and Ed Warren had. It's pretty much just states that once you've been marked, or once you come in contact with those types of entities, you're always somehow, or some way, shape, or form connected to them, and they're connected to you. So I believe that is the case. You know, lots of times when I go out to places that are reported to have demonic activity, like the Sally House, I'll get like calls and stuff like that from people wanting me to investigate their home at a higher rate than what I normally would. So yeah, thank you for all the prayers and stuff like that, you guys. It's nice to see those in chat. Shout outs to Iris as well, and everyone else that's watching. We'll give some shout outs after the show. So let's see here. Okay, so question number, are we at 5 yet? No, we're at number 6, sorry. Okay. Question number 6 here. I think Patches has a question here. Would you ever come to England? Yes, I would love to come to England. Loftus Hall has always been a place that I've wanted to investigate, along with the Hellfire Caves. Some of the places that I have investigated here in the States have a connection to the Hellfire Club, and it would be definitely a place that I would love to check out. This is from Lover of Mutts. She says, are you afraid of doing those rituals all of the time? What if something goes wrong? Do you have something in place at all? Is there something watching that could help you if you need it? I am nervous about being all alone. Or am I nervous about being all alone? Actually, I'm not really nervous about being all alone. The one thing that always scares me, though, is when seeing other people get affected by it. I know at the end of the day, I'll be alright, and I think that's in a way that just by knowing that and by feeling that, that's kept me safe on a lot of investigations. I feel that the times where sometimes things go wrong is when you don't, plan them out, or you don't, thoroughly think out things. Like, for example, when I was at the Monroe House and my arm got cracked. So what we're gonna do right now, you guys, is I'm gonna hop into the YouTube chat, and I'm gonna ask you guys questions, or if you guys have any questions for me, you can just go ahead and Loftus Hall is in Ireland, but the Hellfire Caves are in England. You can send me questions via Twitter at LiveSci-Fi. I'll just pull out my phone right now, and everyone's saying Nightbot is a bitch. Yeah, I agree. I concur. Yeah, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, you guys. Um, I would love to go to the Black Monk House. That story behind it has always fascinated me. The Hensdale House, I believe, is going to be really, really interesting to do too. And the way we're going to do it, you guys, is I'm going to record the whole investigation from start to finish. And the only times that the camera will not be recording is when we're swapping out the battery or putting in a new memory card. So when I get back home, I'll just play everything from start to fucking finish. And I am planning to do some like new rituals there. There's going to be a lot of times where I'll be investigating alone, and so and some of the other investigators out in the forest. So it should be a really, really intense investigation. Uh, Amanda M says, "What advice would you give to potential investigators?" Basically, just stay true to whatever you believe in. The paranormal is a very interesting field. People have really strong opinions about certain things, and really just stay true to yourself and follow your passion. And try. Don't be afraid to try new things. That would be you know, my thing. On Twitter, our Twitter handle is @LiveSciFi. But just Fun Unicorn says, has anything happened to you since you got back from the Monroe house? Absolutely nothing. When I was at the Monroe house, one of the reasons why I was kind of all over the place is right when I got there, I found out about my grandpa. So that was one of the reasons, like for me personally, why it just was not really going that well. But that's the way it is. So sure, Drakes, you can. You love. I've never. Steven Johnson says, "Hey, have you ever been to the Lizzie Borden house for your investigations?" No, that's one place that I've never been to. However, the story really intrigues me. The Iron Gaming asks, "Have you ever been majorly attacked by a ghost? Worse, not like scratches. Yeah, my forearm, my actual forearm above my wrist got cracked on the last investigation when it was grabbed by an entity at the Monroe house." Yeah, and it's not my wrist is sprained, but right above my wrist, about 2 inches above, is where my forearm got cracked. So the next thing is Steven Johnson says, "Hey, how about a shout out? Shout outs to Steven Johnson." Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, would you come to Asia to do an investigation? I would love to come to Asia to do an investigation. I just don't know that many places in Asia to investigate. I do know that the suicide forest is would be really cool to investigate, but suicide forest would be really cool to investigate. But I don't know. I never been out there before, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to do. So I don't know. Maybe that viewer. I don't even know your screen name. It's like some Chinese thing, but that would be really cool to do. Do you? Nathato says, "Do you ever think that you would come across an actual Satan, or just demons who claim to be?" Thoughts on Zozo? At the end of the day, I don't know. I think we all create our demons, and I think that when the viewers watch the show, I think that a lot of these demons that people believe in actually come through the show. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what is happening, but I do believe that there is a strong connection into what the viewers believe and what actually happens at locations. And I think a lot of locations actually get imprinted with energies from other people. Cater says, "Hey Tim, you're coming in Buffalo in April. Maybe we can meet then." Yeah, every time we travel somewhere, I always try to meet up with viewers. So I know the last investigation, Casey came out. It was great meeting her, and I always try to accommodate meeting the viewers when I'm out traveling. So don't be shy. Send me a message if you're in the area, and we're gonna be having a new investigator join us on the next location. Someone says, did you find out who is at the back door? And what is the best place in KY to go check out? That's from at B4B338412F6D475. Fucking egg. Yeah, we found out it was the next door neighbor who broke into the house that night, and it was just crazy. There's a bunch of shit going on. I really appreciate everyone's support who took screen captures of what was going on. It was just kind of a crazy, crazy night. Bruce Spee says, "Come to Toronto for an investigation. We'll go to Tim Hortons." Cool. AJ Too Lit says, "What was your scariest ghost encounter? What have you experienced off camera that has affected you?" So probably one of the things like off camera that has affected me the most was when I was investigating a house, and for those who don't know, I have a kid, and I called home and I was talking to him, and as I'm talking to him, right in front of me, there was another investigator, and he was looking at me, and he was just kind of like nodding to me. We both saw this like blue anomaly, and we both just stopped, and we were like, "What the heck?" As I said that, my son, who was talking on the phone, he had saw the same thing too, and he is like, "Dad, I just keep on seeing this blue anomaly." So sometimes when you have things that like are affecting you in one location, and then it's affecting your family in another, can be pretty trippy. Yeah, so I'll take two more questions in chat, and then so we're gonna be doing another campaign, you guys, for the Monroe House and for the Bel Air House. If anybody would like to donate to those, we do have a donate button on our website, and all that money helps to go like towards the investigations. We try to do like a lot of different things. Like we built the Psychomantium chamber on the last show, and sometimes we're successful and sometimes we're not, but one of the most frustrating things about that Psychomantium chamber was that it just kept falling apart, and finally we got it going together, and I was determined to get that thing together. Yeah, Patches is you guys haven't seen Patches in a while. Should we get her on camera here? Here we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you guys. Yeah, going to Buffalo to ride the buffaloes. Yeah, so she's like crazy licking. Yeah, so the sweater tested positive for blood. That's all I can say for right now. It's a pretty long process. So we will know more soon. So yeah, Chris was asking about the sweater. Patches is part Australian, mini Australian Shepherd, and part cattle dog. At least that's what they told me when I bought her. But I saw an Italian hound dog, which looks like almost dead on like her. So I think they gave me the wrong dog when I bought her. I think she's an Italian hound dog. Happy birthday to Mr. Thunder. No, don't 420. I actually don't like pot that much. Edibles aren't that bad, but yeah. I don't smoke pot. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, anything, you know, you guys, the donations help us to go travel and to go film these places, for us to buy new equipment, and it also goes to like helping, helping film some crazy experiments. One of the experiments that I want to try at the Monroe House, I can't say it right now. Fuck. Can't talk about Patch. But I was thinking about bringing Patches out there. Should I bring Patches out to an investigation? I brought her out to once a haunted hotel, and she didn't fare too well. She was kind of scared. But I think Patches would be a welcome addition. You could put a GoPro on her or something. Patch cam. Patch cam? What do you think? Yeah, so yeah, maybe we'll do patch cam, live sci-fi patch cam. Yeah, Patch. She's watching us right now. She's watching herself on the screen. It's kind of funny. So yeah, maybe we'll bring Patch on the next show. I think she'd be a welcome addition. Get a little GoPro for her. Yeah, so do you guys have any more questions or anything? Yeah, we have a team. Kristen will be joining us, and potentially Scotty, and one of the viewers I've been talking to might be joining us. So, hey, Bashker, come on. Yeah, she was looking at herself. So I have like the setup is here. I have a big like monitor here, and she's watching herself in the investigation. It's pretty trippy. It's kind of fun. Hey. So I've never been. The only place I've been to internationally has been Canada. I have never ever traveled outside of the U.S. except for Canada. Yeah, so I've been having problems sleeping. I haven't been getting much sleep lately because I've been going up to see my grandpa and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, you know, maybe when I'm out over there, we can go out to Gettysburg. I don't know. No, and the funny thing is I mostly don't have trouble sleeping after investigations. It's always before investigations. No, Angela. No. Patches is 2. Yep, she's 2. Come on. Yeah, Patches is 2. No, I had a splint on. I took that off. I just be really careful with my hand. It's actually like right in this area here. Have I ever had a near-death experience? No, I have not ever had a near-death experience. I've been to the Omen House 3 times, Tanner. Yeah. What's the worst that's ever happened to one of your team? Probably the worst thing that's ever happened to one of my teammates would be getting an arm broken. And that was only the second time that I've ever been to the hospital during a show during the 10 years that we've been doing this. When I first started doing the show, when we were streaming on Justin TV, how many people in the chat know what Justin TV is or was? But it was like the first year I started streaming with him, and I was like the 10th or like 6th broadcaster on there. Like Justine and I were like one of the few people to start streaming on there. But anyways, the second show I did on there, we did the show in a haunted mine, and I was like so excited. I remember I was in the mine, and I forgot like a cord or a piece of equipment or something like that. So I just kind of forgot where I was for 1 second, and I'm about 6'2", and the mine was about 5 feet, high, with these big beams, and I just started running, and of course I ran into a beam, and I split my head open, knocked myself out, and had to stop the show. So that was the only other time that I've had to go to the hospital. It was kind of embarrassing. Sure, Jen. Yeah, Justin TV became Twitch. So yeah, we've only been on YouTube for a couple of years. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get going here. I think probably tomorrow or Saturday I'll do a Bloody Mary thing, and I'm probably gonna re-show the 100 Candles ritual for you guys. I would love to do a 24-hour challenge in Bodie. Bodie's an awesome, awesome place. Yeah, thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you for subscribing. And if you get a chance, check out our forums and follow us on Twitter at LiveSciFi and on Facebook. Patches, do you want to say goodbye? Speak. 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 Good girl. Okay. Patches says goodbye. I'm saying goodbye. And everyone have a good night. And yeah, we'll do the 100 Candles ritual thing probably tonight or tomorrow. So thanks, you guys. Ciao. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Megan, Porcelain Kitty, Lover of Mutts, Haley, Vanessa, Jen TT, Just a Bystander, Jen Holder, Anthony, Alicia, everyone. Thank you so much. Pamela, Currens. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. All right? Ciao.